Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to show you a brief overview of how to register a WordPress website. If you have a website already, or you understand how to get a website and how to register, how to get a domain and how to get a host and all of that, then you don't need to watch this. But if you're new to any kind of online tools, then this is just for you, because I'm going to walk you through the process. Now, you can go and get free tools like blogger.com. You can get a free website. WordPress also have a free section, and you can also go and get free landing pages from people like Aweber, or there's loads and loads of services out there that will give you free landing pages, free websites, free tools. And if you're absolutely rock bottom broke, it's possibly a good way to go, but it's not very professional. So it's a good place to start. If you've absolutely got no cash whatsoever, then you can get some free tools. And I'm not going to show you any of those free tools today, because I'm going to recommend the paid version. And it's not, terribly expensive, but it's professional. You're much more likely to get people to buy from you if you have your own website ending in .com. I probably wouldn't buy from someone who hasn't spent money on their own website, because, it's just not that trustworthy. So I'll leave it up to you to make that decision. If you do decide to go with the free tools, do it for a very brief period just to get started, get your first bits of money coming in, and then once you can afford it, upgrade to this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is walk through the process of finding a domain name. So you may have a domain name already, or you can make something up, like Google is made up. A lot of these websites are made up. And if you have a specific product, like for example, the Bitcoin training camp, was called Bitcoin Training Camp because it's BTC. Bitcoin, B, training, T, C for camp, which BTC is Bitcoin. And it's also, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin predominantly, although I do talk about other cryptocurrencies. We do training of how to accumulate Bitcoin, and it's a kind of a school or a camp. So it became Bitcoin Training Camp. So if you have a specific product and you already have a name for it, then you probably don't need to do this initial part. As I say, if you already have a website, you certainly don't need to do this bit. But if you're sat there going, well, I know kind of what I want to do, but I don't have a name, and I don't really know where to start getting a name. Let's use the example of the traffic exchanges. So, we're talking about how to make $100 a day with traffic exchanges. And one of the things I really recommend you do when you're advertising your products and services is do not send people straight to a sales page, but instead put an opt-in form in with an autoresponder so that you can get them into your mailing list first, and you can send people messages. And because people buy from people they like, know, and trust. They don't buy from strangers they don't know and trust, don't know, and they don't trust them. They buy from people who they know, like, and trust. And I'm going to talk about this in another video a bit later on, but it starts there. They've got to know you. They've got to see you. They've got to feel like you're helping them probably before they buy. There are rare cases where people just buy some stuff, but normally they want to know that they're going to get value from you. They want you to help them with a problem of some kind. And this is the place to start. So I've come to this website here, instantdomainsearch.com, and I'll put links to all of this beneath this video, and I'll also put links in the PDF guide that comes with this video. So we're going to be talking about traffic exchanges. Come to this website, just type in traffic exchange. So traffic exchange, okay? And then it's going to come up with different ideas. The ones in blue that you see here, they're premium. So if you want to pay $29,999 for trafficexchange.com, wow, One, I'm amazed that that's available, and two, I'm amazed it's $30,000. Go ahead. The red ones means it's already been bought, and you can go to whois.com and find out. And then the green ones are available. Now, I would recommend that you go with the .com because it's just the most known, it's the most sought after. And there is a .com here, trafficexchangeonline.com. That's not bad, Traffic Exchange Design. So there's a few different ones. This will give you some ideas of what is available. And if you find one that you like, then you can buy it. And I will show you where to buy it in a moment. Now, there is another website. I'm going to whois.com that you can go to. And you can type in a great domain name here. So if you go trafficexchange.com, it will tell you if it's available or not. And it will also give you some other suggestions. This is a tool I've been using for years. Okay, so it's not on, it's unavailable at the moment because although it says you can buy it, it says it's available here. Okay, trafficexchange.com is available. Because it's a premium, it's been locked out. So you can go and find out who owns it by putting Traffic Exchange in here and then finding out who owns it. But the main point of this page is I want to show you some other options. So it'll give you different options down here that you can get if you want, like trafficexchangeguide.com. That's not a bad one. So that's one way of getting any ideas. Now, another way is to come over to this page here, and this is a Namecheap.com. Namecheap is someone who sells domains. So there's a few things you need. One is you need a name. So let's say we're going to type in Traffic Exchange. Okay, and then we click on search. It will take us to another page where it will do the same thing. It's going to give us some ideas about what's available out there using Traffic Exchange. Okay, so trafficexchange.com is available. It's a premium, so it's $30,000. And then there's lots of different options down here that you can choose from. So lots of different ways to get ideas for your website. And once you arrive at a name, I buy all my domains with Namecheap. And I've worked with Namecheap for probably about 15 years. I've never had a problem with them. They're absolutely awesome. And the pricing is quite good. A domain is normally about $10 to $15. And you just type in the name of the domain that you want here, click on search, and then you can go in and buy it. And I'm not going to walk you through the process of how to buy it. I think you know how to buy online. But if you absolutely have no idea what to do, you will need a credit card, of course, or some payment processor. If you have absolutely no idea what to do whatsoever, you can help. You can ask us for help. Tim@bitcointrainingcamp.com, and we'll help you through the process. Okay, so first of all, you need a name. Once you've got the name, you need to buy the domain from a domain seller. And I use Namecheap. I can recommend Namecheap, and I will put a link to it in the descriptions. But you can use any one you want. You don't have to use Namecheap. There's many out there that you can use. You can use any one you want, but I like this. I've used it for years, and it's always done me great. I've never, ever had a problem with Namecheap, and their support is really good as well, which is something you really want. So you need a domain name. Another way to find a domain name is to come into expireddomains.net, and you can do a search here, and it will give you a list. So let's just put traffic exchanges in here, and it will go and come back with a search. Loads of different options. These are websites that have been in existence previously, but they have now expired, and you can buy them. So these are all you can see here. They're available here, all at different prices. So just do the research on the page that you want. Here, besttrafficexchanges.com. Okay, so that's another option. Now, once you've got the name, once you've bought the domain, and if you want if you need extra help, go to YouTube and just type in how to buy a domain, and there'll be loads and loads of videos there. Then once you've got that, you need a host, and the host I use is Green Geeks. And again, there are loads and loads of hosts out there. The reason I use Green Geeks, and I've been using them for about 5 years, is that one, they're awesome. Every time someone buys a program from them, they go and buy trees, hence the name Green Geeks. They're very fast. Their security is excellent, but the one thing that sets them apart from any other host that I've ever used is their support. Their support down here, which is absolutely incredible. It's 24/7. They're amazingly fast, and they pretty much have sorted out every problem I've ever had the first time I've ever spoken to them. There's a couple of problems that I've had. It's a little bit bigger than just I've done something wrong. I screwed up my account, I screwed up my website, and they can't fix it in 5 minutes. And then they go away behind the scenes and they fix it, and then they come back to me the next day and say it's all fixed now. Don't do that again. But they're absolutely awesome. They're a little bit more expensive than some of the other hosts, but I absolutely do recommend them. I'll put a link to them again. And the reason I pay a little bit more is their support is phenomenal. So if you want great support, then this is the place to be. If you're into anything green, this is also the place to be. But as I said, I've been having them for about 5 years. They're flipping awesome. I've never had any serious problem with them, and it's just a great program. So once you've done that, once you've got the name, once you've registered the domain, you have to come to your host, and then you basically put your website domain on the host. The host is like a directory of all the websites, and then you can manage things here. You have a cPanel over here, so if you click on cPanel, you can access every part of your website. You can upload it here, and you can put WordPress on it just by clicking here, and then you can access all the files, everything here. So again, if you want basic help, go to YouTube. If I show you how to do this, it's going to take up hours and hours and hours, and you may not need this training if you have a website already, or you have a website manager who does all this work for you. You don't need to see all this. We can also help you out by actually setting things up for you. We come into your account, we set up all your WordPress for you, and we can definitely help you there. So first of all, what I would do is go to YouTube and say, how do I buy hosting at Green Geeks? And then it'll show you, how do I do this? How do I do that? YouTube is my expert for everything, and obviously AI as well. If you're not using AI in your business, you should be. And we will be talking about AI in this program, because I'm going to show you how I use it to create articles and posts and training programs. A lot of this training program was inspired by AI, and I'll show you how I do that so that you can do the same thing. So this is a basic overview of what you need. So first of all, you need the name, which we've gone over. Then you need to buy the domain with that name, which we've gone over. You do that at Namecheap. Then you buy the hosting, which I'm doing at Green Geeks. And then you load WordPress using the WordPress manager by here on your new website. And then you've got to go backwards and forwards between Namecheap and Green Geeks so that you can redirect what's called the name servers to point to your host. So your website at Namecheap has to point to your hosting site so that the two can talk together. And again, there's many videos about that. Green Geeks will help you out do that as well. In fact, some of the work they can do for you. I often ask them, can you go into my website? Can you do this to save me doing it? And they absolutely don't mind doing that. Okay, so that's it's a 1,000-mile high overview. This is by no means a training program on setting up websites. and I don't want to, waste your time making you watch videos about setting up websites unless you absolutely need it. So my recommendation is, if you need help, go to YouTube first. If that doesn't help you the way you want it, you can come to me at tim@bitcointrainingcamp.com, and we'll be happy to help you there. Okay, so that's a quick overview of everything. I hope that makes sense, and I will see you in the next video.